think both, first responders, family members, affected directly or indirectly. Also, people who were just in the downtown area when it happened, or even in the community anywhere. 20 years later, for some people, they're too young to remember. They've heard about it. They've seen pictures, but to actually have lived with it. And as a general rule, the closer you are to Ground Zero, to the location of the Murrah building, there's a lot of trauma. And then now when something like this happens, there can be secondary trauma for some people, not for everyone. And we are concerned about those people who that might be experiencing secondary trauma from what we're so thankfully didn't happen. And as I said to you the other day on the phone, we're also concerned about this young man and his well-being and his access to care and all that. But this is a terrible thing, and we're so thankful for the law enforcement entities that helped. I don't know what all went into it, but prevented this thing from potentially happening. But we are concerned about the community here in Oklahoma City, and that people that might be experiencing some secondary trauma. In varying degrees, it brings back memories, it brings back feelings, it brings back images. Many people they've worked on those issues, they can move past it. There's things that they see every day worldwide on the media that can have a secondary trauma effect too. But because of that, the connection there, and some of the other reports of this individual we understand he may have been trying to emulate that act in some way. We don't really have direct information, but what we've read, the reports we've read also on that. When people read that or hear that in the Oklahoma City community, for some, not for even everybody, but for some, it could have reoccurrence of secondary trauma that requires them to maybe go back to their counselor that they may have had, or it may be that they just need some time to move past it, and a lot of people can do that on their own. But I think that we want to also, it's important to recognize that this may be what some people are experiencing, and not to be afraid of that, but also be open to asking for help if needed. We work in collaboration with the American Red Cross that for the last 20 years has really provided services to victims that were related in the bombing, as well as first responders, and that is still going on. The American Red Cross here in Oklahoma City has moved the provision of that interface to provide those services. That's actually now in a partnership with the American Red Cross, operated by the Mental Health Association of Oklahoma, and the use of those funds and to continue to help and serve those individuals, which has been ongoing for the last 20 years. And but again, it could be anybody with our Sunbridge program, anybody in the community that would need services, not sure where to turn. We'd be happy to get them connected up and help them secure those services should they need to, related not only to this, but to any problem or concern someone might be having in their personal life, emotions, thought, addiction issues. We're always, our Sunbridge program, we're always on standby and ready to help people get connected up to services.